Hi ho, hi ho, off we go. Bleep, 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 bleep. We interrupt your daily programmed schedule to talk about an important issue facing the teens of America today. 89% of the college population doesn't actually know what the word scrum means. So we've decided to put on a public service announcement to educate the teens of America. Before the days of proper project management, people behaved like barbarians. With no order, things were all chaos. People managed themselves. There was no such thing as a project manager. Scrum Masters didn't exist, and the only burn-down chart in sight was the one being used for fire. Then along came things like Scrum, forever changing the world of project management.
For any real appreciation of the destruction involved here, we must have some idea of what originally existed as the target.
Baby, all you ever do is talk about Scrum. Tell me what it is. Scrum is my life. Let's take a deeper look into Scrum. Scrum is an incremental, agile software development framework for managing software projects and product or application development. Its focus is on a flexible product development strategy where a development team works as a unit to reach a common goal, as opposed to a traditional sequence approach. Well, I like Scrum. Well, I like Scrum too. Well, if you're sitting there wondering, wow, Scrum seems really cool, I wish I knew something like that, then this is the program for you, because here we're going to tell you where to find Scrum and how you can learn it. All you have to do is stay tuned. I was lost and I wanted to know what things like Scrum were, so I decided to take a 335 class with Micah Cooper to figure out what it was. And not only do I know what Scrum is, now I know more about project management. That's interesting. Tell me more. Sure thing. I'm going to talk about Micah's class over these series of random images. We once did a project where we learned about project management lifecycle and what kind of different PMLCs there are out there. Personally, my favorite was feature-driven development, FDD. I felt that this was the best PMLC because what it did was break up your project into smaller features, and then once you got each feature done, you could bring it together to form the whole project. It left room to easily fix human errors, and it worked much like baking a cake. All of the ingredients come together to form one thing. Hooray, FDD! Another thing we explored was the world of Sugru, which is a really awesome soft putty that hardens into a rubber, and you can use it to fix anything around the house or on any project that you need. This was one of my favorite projects in the class because it gave us a chance to be creative and innovative, and we also got to make some really cool videos, which was a lot of fun. I love making videos, if you can't tell. Not only was it a fun project, but it demonstrated how you find a problem and then you have to find a solution to fix it. So we could apply this to project management in other ways. Another project that I liked from this class was when we found a problem around campus and tried to put a solution to it. I felt that this was definitely something interesting because it helped us look at the world around us a little differently, and it helped us create our own escape plan for how to solve that problem. But by far my favorite project was the Scrum project. I think in the beginning my team BizCat was definitely a little confused, or at least I was, but by the end of it we had definitely kicked some major butt. It was a really cool project because we had to interact with fake people and pretend that they were real and put ourselves in the actual situations and see how we would handle it. Not only that, but we were given responsibilities like budget, burn down charts, and managing user stories. So that was really cool, being able to take those real life situations and kind of like role play them. Working with these substitutes who came in and taught us some stuff about project management was also a lot of fun. We definitely worked with the marshmallows and building things, and then having to look back at the requests that they made afterwards. After we'd already built them was pretty cool because it gave us a chance to see what it was like to be in an actual project and then have the situation and the conditions change. And so we had to adjust for stuff like that. So I thought that was a lot of fun. Also, I like marshmallows and toothpicks, so I had a good time. I definitely think at the end, after I left the class, I had a better understanding for what project management was. I know that coming into the class, I certainly had no idea about anything that involved any sort of business tactics or anything like that. So it was a really helpful class because it opened my eyes to how to handle a project, how to approach certain situations, what types of approaches you need coming into that kind of stuff, and that was something that I had never seen before. I definitely think Scrum is a useful tool to know. I mean, it got that one kid a job, which I thought was really cool. So hopefully that if I ever get interviewed and they ask me what Scrum is, I can be like, yeah, I do know that. So as an overlook of some of the work that I completed this semester, here's a series of videos that I had turned in for assignments.
And we wanted to create an environment that's welcoming and just open it up to females to come and rock climb, because that's something that we try to get, equality out the rock wall and have everyone come and try it. And I think it's been a pretty successful thing. We've got a lot of women climbers who are regulars now, more so than we used to. So.
Yeah.
I have to say that as far as the weight room goes and stuff like that, maybe the women are intimidated because there's a lot of guys, like it's like flooded with dudes all the time, like getting really big and stuff. And if I was a woman, I mean, I'm a man and I don't really want to go in there, so.
Miraculously, my voice has changed. I'm normal again. But I was going to say, all in all, the class was a good time. I learned a lot, and I appreciate the time that you put into this semester. So thank you.
They advance